So, should the Wilsonville Charter be amended to require voter approval of urban renewal plans? Well, of course, voters should have a say. Simple, right? But as usual, the pain is in the details. Details that those voting on this modification to our city's charter will almost certainly never see. Here's what will show up on the ballot and in the voter handbook, and this is the whole text of the actual initiative, right? Nobody is going to read this whole thing because it's not typically available. To start with, the amendment defines substantial change as any change that expands the boundary, duration, borrowing, or spending authority of any plans or alters the basic purpose, engineering, or financial principles of a voter-approved plan. Any change in all of that is substantial. So if engineers determine that the boundary needs to expand a few feet to access or improve infrastructure, say an electrical or water hookup, then that's substantial. The amendment does say any change. Any change that alters the engineering is substantial. Engineering designs, surveys, specifications and drawings, changes in materials, the measure doesn't specify. Suppose that in late fall of an even-numbered year, engineers determine that a planned road needs to go not over there, but over here. Engineering change, right? Any engineering change, and so substantial. Well, the November election just passed, so now we need to wait a year and a half 18 months for voters to approve the substantial change at the next even-numbered primary. What about changes that are not substantial? I can't imagine what those are, given that any change in all those categories is substantial. For those, the amendment requires that we all wait around for 90 days just in case 5% of Wilsonville's registered voters, so maybe 800 people, call for an election. And if that happens in the late fall of an even-numbered year, again, we're waiting around 18 months for voters to approve the not substantial change. So should voters have a say in how improvements to our city are financed? Absolutely, but it is not this measure. Any change in the categories I mentioned requires a vote, and potentially an 18-month period where we're all sitting on our hands waiting for that vote. The effect of this measure will not be to require voter approval of urban renewal plans. No, what it does is create insurmountable roadblocks to using urban renewal to address blight in Wilsonville. The only other path is bonds, which have the unhappy effect of immediately raising all our already high property taxes. This measure is for you if you want to enjoy the empty Sherry's, you want to look at the empty fries forever, you want to look at the empty movie theater, or if you'd like your property taxes to go up. Then it's for you. Please, please, for a better Wilsonville, vote no on voter approval of urban renewal plans. Thank you.